Okay, I'm back, fam, on video 4. As you can tell, I really haven't, changed from driving. Sometimes you want to switch it up a bit, put on sunglasses, whatever. But I didn't do that. But video 4, but I went to Bill. So went over kind of things. Got to look at video 1, 2, 3, and 4. I mean, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3. This is 4. And then I left off on the video 3 is how people get taken advantage of by giving large deposits and the job doesn't start. No, you're not obligated to give a large deposit unless you have an agreement with the person, unless the person, you guys are, sign a contract, done things you have to do, and then if the person says, hey, I got to order trusses, which is very true. Sometimes, especially in today's market, you got to order trusses in advance. You don't need trusses when you need them. You need them when you don't need them. So you got to kind of go on that. So that's where that relationship is very important, and doing your due diligence with the contractor, right? Just a short story, I have dealt with people who have come to jobs and they have lost money. And it's unfortunate because I can't recoup that money. I can't recoup 50 grand on a job that's probably, 250,000. I can't do that. I mean, I feel for you, I got empathy for you, but I can't, there's nothing I can do. You know what I mean? I can't make it work. That's just money that either you leave from the legal standpoint, you're gonna have to go after, or you know what I'm saying? So some jobs like that I kind of not want to do simply because there's a lot of emotion involved in that. That's a lot of, mistrust. Now here I come and asking for, a $20,000 deposit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, people are like, oh man, I already got, but that's when your reputation precedes you. You understand, you got to know how to be delicate with that. It's a soft landing, and let people know that you're going to try to make a bad situation a better situation going forward. So that's what I try to do when I come to cross people who kind of been taken advantage of in this construction industry. So so just when you want to build, there's so many, like I said, there's a lot of moving parts involved in it. You make sure you get the right team in place. What I do is with my team, everybody knows what their assignment is. Everybody knows what they need to do from day one. From the moment I break ground, whether it's with my suppliers as far as supplying me my lumber package or my rebar package, or dealing with my concrete company who's going to provide me with my concrete, my pump company, my pump contractor who I deal with. And all these is basically based on, is for the most part are relationships that I've built over the years where they know that I'm reputable, I'm going to get the jobs that make sense. It's my job to make sure they get paid. So it's not their job to be concerned about, okay, if the client's going to pay me or not. It's my job to handle that so I can pay them for their services. I do not get to the point where, and every company is different, right? Every company has their own way of doing things, but me, I make sure that my guys get paid regardless if I get paid or not. They would never know if I didn't get paid on the job. They would never know that if I'm fighting over draws or whatever the case may be. So that's why you can't be too foolish with your money when you get it as a contractor. Remember that contract is not your money until it's your money. So I try to make sure that the guys who trust me to come on my job and do a service, and as well as my vendors who give me supplies ahead of time before I don't have to go COD, that I pay them. Okay, so regardless of whether I get paid from my client, and I haven't had too many clients that don't pay me, so I'm not, but I have had. So, but for me, that's what I'm saying. You put yourself in a position where when Friday comes and your subs have, people to pay, that you're in a position to pay them. So that's why you can't really go all crazy with monies that you make and just spend. You're going to have some type of reserve and say, okay, I got to pay this person, because your livelihood is based on how well your subs want to work with you, or how do they want to work with you. Because if they don't want to work with you, then you kind of out of luck. I mean, you're just going to be bouncing around trying to go find this sub, that sub, and you're gonna and I always find that, like, you're gonna find some consistency with me. You'll be like, oh yeah, he always worked with Darmac. He always does something. Yeah, because there's some consistency with me. When people are bouncing around and they bounce from sub to sub to sub to sub, there's an underlying thing going there. Somebody's not getting paid. Somebody pissed somebody off. There's something going on there where it does not make sense. Okay, it does not make sense. And so with my guys, I want them to be like, hey, I want to work for Darmac Builders. I want to work on Darmac Builders projects because I know this person's going to pay us when we put our invoice in. He's not going to make up any excuses or whatever. Now, if I'm on a project, I'm very transparent with this. If I'm on a project that I know that I'm going to get paid down the road and I don't have the cash flow to probably pay you when you want to get paid, then what I would do before you take this job, I would say, listen, I'm not going to be able to pay you every week. I may pay you every 2 weeks or whatever. So we have a complete understanding on how this thing is going to work, right? So if you have a complete understanding how this is going to work, then there's no questions about it. If you accept that mission, then we're good. You know, we're good, because I want you to come to the job and you happy. If I say I'm gonna pay you on a Friday, I'm gonna pay you on a Friday. If I say I'm gonna pay you on the 15th, I'm gonna pay you on the 15th. That's just how I do things. All right. I pay my people first before I pay myself. That's my method. I'm not saying that's the right method. That's just my method, right? So I work with those things, and it allows me to help myself grow. And I'm very passionate about it because I have to be, right? I have to be passionate about the things that I do, and I have to be forthright with the things I do. So if you know, not in closing, but if you're doing a business, you want to make sure that everything that you have going on is going on, okay? Just make sure you understand that whole concept. There's a method to that madness, so to speak, if you will. All right, so I'm gonna get back with you guys. Hopefully you guys have learned something, you listened to something, and we're just gonna keep it moving, keep it going, and until the next time, peace out.